Hey all, I wanted to show you how to take your own bust measurements because I would bet money that whatever size you think you are in terms of a bra, that is probably not correct. And with 3 simple measurements, you can have the information you need to figure out what size bra would be most appropriate for your beautiful body. So I'm going to demonstrate this, and basically what you want is a cloth measuring tape. You want to be as close to braless as you feel comfortable to take these measurements. Many times whatever bra you're wearing is already like compressing and shaping your breast tissue, and so that won't give you like a true measurement of what you actually are, which is the information that you need. So there's 3 measurements you need. You need the under bust, the bust, and the upper bust, and I'll demonstrate what those look like for you and talk through a couple of key concepts for each of them. So one key concept for all 3 of the measurements is you want to make sure that your measuring tape is parallel to the ground for each of the measurements. So that means, for instance, if you look at my body, you want to be sure that you're taking sort of like a parallel cross section and not, sort of like one that's on an angle one way or the other, because the bra, if made correctly, is going to fit across you, not at a weird angle. Maybe an insight about why your bra is not fitting the way you want it to, probably the wrong size. So here we go, I'm gonna do the under bust measurement. For the under bust measurement, different than the other 2 measurements, you really wanna exhale as much as you possibly can, sort of make yourself really small for a second, because that's gonna determine the band size. There's some math you get to do, but that'll determine the band size. And so you wanna know sort of like, if I were fully exhaled, if I were at my smallest size, like what would the band need to be? So I'm gonna show you sort of the difference between them. So this is me just like talking, moving around, that's it. What is that? 27 or so, give or take. Doesn't have to be super precise for the band. And now I'm gonna exhale fully and we'll see where that goes. So it was like 25, so like 2-inch difference. That's significant. So 25 inches, we'll say, for the band size. I'm sorry, for the band measurement, not the band size, because there's some math. Next, I'm actually going to do the upper bust measurement, because I find that one a little bit easier than the bust measurement. So for the upper bust measurement, you're going to go sort of across your shoulder blades. Just as a note, it's not where your bra strap probably sits. It's going to be higher than that. Like, you're going to feel it across like those pointy, I forget what those are called, but those pointy shoulder blade muscles, bones. That's really where you want to measure across. And then just as before, you want to go sort of like parallel. So you're trying to catch like the first part of, trying to not let this unroll too much, you're trying to catch like the first sort of like slope, here we go, of like that breast tissue, like just as it's starting to form, what size do we have there? So for that one, you do not want it super tight, you just want it sort of like across your body, arms down, like nice and relaxed. All right, so that one turns out for me to be about a 31. 31, okay. Upper bust 31, under bust 25. And then we'll take the bust measurement. So for the bust measurement, most importantly, do not compress the breast tissue or you'll end up with a skewed measurement, and you want to go across the biggest part, which for most of us is going to be the nipples and areola. So same thing, you want to be parallel to the ground, and I'm just going to measure and see sort of like hiking terms, like what's the prominence of these boobs. And so, again, not compressing, fairly parallel. I've got a little over 33, right around 33. All right, so those are the 3 measurements I have. So I have a 25, a 33, and a 31. And so with those 3 measurements, I can compute my bra size.